Hello, my friend in Christ. Welcome to this sacred space on the Spiritual Truth channel. I'm so grateful to have you here, and if you're new to this channel, please take a moment to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you never miss a divine message. There is something extraordinary in store for you today, and I believe it will touch your heart deeply. Now, before we dive into today's message, I want you to pause for a moment and reflect. I want you to claim your faith today, right here, right now. Please comment with the words "I believe" below if you feel that stirring in your spirit, a desire to affirm the truth that you have a purpose, that there is a destiny you are meant to fulfill. It's not just a saying, it's a declaration of your belief in the journey that is unfolding before you. Today's message is one of great importance, one that I know will resonate with the depths of your soul. I want to talk to you about something that has been etched into your being since before time itself, the divine destiny that is yours to fulfill. You were not created by chance, and you are not here by accident. Each step you've taken, every moment you've lived, has led you to this very point. You have a destiny, a divine calling that is uniquely yours to answer. It is not a vague, distant dream. It is a truth that is anchored deep within you, waiting to be realized. I want to remind you that you are a child of the Most High God. In Jeremiah 29 verse 11, God says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope." Your destiny is not one of despair or confusion. It is a path of purpose, a future filled with hope, love, and divine guidance. You may not always see the full picture, and you may feel uncertain at times, but understand this: God's hand is upon your life. He is guiding you, even when you cannot see the way ahead. The Bible assures us in Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your paths." Take a moment to breathe and reflect on these words. Trust. Trust in the Lord's wisdom. Trust that He sees what you cannot see. Trust that He is already preparing the path ahead of you, even when it seems unclear. I know that it's easy to get caught up in the busyness of life, to feel like you're lost in the chaos or disconnected from your true purpose. But remember, your destiny is not determined by the world around you. It is defined by the Creator who formed you in His image. In Isaiah 41 verse 13, God promises, "For I, the Lord your God, hold your right hand. It is I who say to you, fear not, I am the one who helps you." Take comfort in knowing that you are not alone on this journey. The Lord is walking beside you, holding your hand through every challenge, every victory, and every moment in between. Sometimes, you may wonder, how do I know what my destiny is? How do I know if I'm on the right path? That question, my dear, is natural. But God is never far from you. In Psalm 37 verse 23, it says, "The steps of a man are established by the Lord, when he delights in his way." Your steps are being directed. You are not aimlessly wandering. The Lord is leading you toward your divine purpose. If you've ever struggled with doubt or confusion about your destiny, know this: God sees the full picture. He knows the plans He has for you. And His plans are always good. Even in seasons of struggle or waiting, God is shaping you, preparing you for the greatness that lies ahead. Romans 8 verse 28 reassures us, "And we know that for those who love God all things work together for good, for those who are called according to His purpose." Every moment, every experience, is working together for your good, even when it may not make sense in the present. Your destiny, my beloved child, is not one-dimensional. It is not simply about what you do for a living or the roles you play in the world. It is about who you are becoming. Your purpose is intertwined with your identity as a beloved child of God. It is about how you walk in love, how you serve others, and how you honor the divine calling placed within you. In Ephesians 2 verse 10, we are reminded, "For we are His workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand, that we should walk in them." Before you were born, God prepared good works for you to walk in. It's not about trying to figure it all out on your own. It's about trusting that the Lord has already set the path, and He will lead you step by step as you seek Him. As you walk this journey, know that there will be obstacles. The road to your destiny is not always smooth, but you are never alone. God's strength is made perfect in your weakness. In 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9, it says, "But He said to me, My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly of my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ may rest upon me." When you feel weak, when you feel like you can't go on, that is when God's power is most evident. His grace is sufficient to carry you through. It's also important to remember that fulfilling your destiny is not just about what you can achieve alone. It is about aligning yourself with God's will and His purpose for your life. In Matthew 6 verse 33, Jesus says, "But seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things will be added to you." When you seek God's kingdom above all else, He will provide everything you need to fulfill your purpose. There will be moments when you wonder, is this really my purpose? Is this truly the path for me? And in those moments, I want to remind you that your destiny is not always a loud, dramatic revelation. Sometimes, it is a quiet, steady pull in your heart, a gentle guiding that you feel when you pray, when you seek God's presence, when you listen for His voice. I hear you, and I'm here to keep going deeper with this message for you. As we continue this journey, it's vital to understand that fulfilling your destiny requires more than just belief, it requires action. You've already heard that you are not here by accident, but to fulfill a purpose. Now, I want to speak to you directly about what that looks like in your daily life. It's easy to think of destiny as something far off, something you'll achieve one day, but I assure you that the fulfillment of your divine calling happens in each decision you make today. Every single choice, every moment of obedience to God's call, moves you closer to your destiny. You are not waiting for some distant event to happen. Your destiny is already unfolding with every action you take, no matter how small it may seem. God is not asking you to see the entire picture at once. He simply asks that you walk in faith with each step. The Apostle Paul writes in Philippians 3 verses 13 to 14, "Brothers, I do not consider that I have made it my own. But one thing I do, forgetting what lies behind and straining forward to what lies ahead, I press on toward the goal for the prize of the upward call of God in Christ Jesus." This passage is key in understanding how to live out your destiny. Paul recognized that there were things in his past that could weigh him down. Perhaps you feel that weight too. Maybe there are past mistakes or failures that make you wonder if you can still step into the calling that God has for you. But just like Paul, you must choose to forget what lies behind and press forward. There is a prize waiting for you, a divine calling that you are moving toward, even in this very moment. Now, I want to be clear with you. Pressing forward does not mean everything will be easy. Far from it. In fact, there will be times when your faith will be tested, when you will face opposition that tries to derail you from the path. But understand this. Every challenge is an opportunity for God to refine you and prepare you for what's next. In 1 Peter 1 verses 6 to 7, it says, "In this you rejoice, though now for a little while, if necessary, you have been grieved by various trials, so that the tested genuineness of your faith, more precious than gold that perishes though it is tested by fire, may be found to result in praise and glory and honor at the revelation of Jesus Christ." This trial you might be facing right now? It is not in vain. God is using it to strengthen your faith, to make you more resilient, more capable of stepping into the fullness of your destiny. He's purifying you, refining you for greater works that lie ahead. So, my beloved child, don't fear the trials. Don't shrink back when the road gets tough. In fact, embrace them, knowing that each challenge is part of your preparation. In 2 Timothy 4 verse 7, Paul again shares a powerful truth. "I have fought the good fight, I have finished the race, I have kept the faith." This is the mindset we must adopt as we move toward our destiny. You are running a race, but it is a race of faith. Your journey is not about instant results, it's about staying the course, being faithful in every moment, and trusting that God will bring you through to victory. It is easy to get discouraged when you look at the distance between where you are now and where you feel called to be. But take heart in this, God does not call you to finish on your own strength. He gives you the strength to endure, the wisdom to know what step to take next, and the courage to keep going even when you feel like giving up. Remember, your destiny is not just about achieving success in the world's eyes. Your destiny is about becoming who God created you to be, about fulfilling His will for your life. In Matthew 25 verse 21, Jesus tells the parable of the talents and says, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a little, I will set you over much. Enter into the joy of your master." Your calling is not about the grandness of the task. It's about faithfulness in the small things. You are being prepared for greater things by being faithful with what you have now, even if it feels insignificant. Whether it's serving others, making wise decisions in your everyday life, or simply trusting God in the small moments, these are the things that are shaping you into the person who will fulfill your destiny. And I want you to hold on to this truth. No matter where you are in the process, you have everything you need right now. God has already equipped you. He has already placed within you the tools, the strength, the wisdom, and the gifts to fulfill your destiny. In 2 Peter 1 verse 3, it says, His divine power has granted to us all things that pertain to life and godliness, through the knowledge of Him who called us to His own glory and excellence. Every gift you need, every resource, every bit of wisdom is available to you through God's divine power. You are not lacking. You are already equipped to step into your calling. At times, the temptation will be strong to compare your journey to others, to wonder why things seem easier for someone else or why they appear to be moving ahead faster. But comparison will only hinder you. Your journey is yours alone, and it is perfectly designed by God. In 1 Corinthians 12 verses 4-6, it says, "Now there are varieties of gifts, but the same Spirit, and there are varieties of service, but the same Lord, and there are varieties of activities, but it is the same God who empowers them all in everyone." What God has for you is unique to you. Don't get caught up in someone else's path. Stay focused on the journey God has set before you, knowing that it is beautiful, purposeful, and perfectly timed. The process may take longer than you expect, but it will be worth every moment. As you continue in your walk, be aware of the importance of community. You were never meant to walk this path alone. God has placed people in your life to encourage you, to support you, and to walk alongside you. In Ecclesiastes 4 verses 9-10, it says, "Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their toil. For if they fall, one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him who is alone when he falls and has not another to lift him up." Don't isolate yourself. Seek out those who will encourage you and strengthen your faith. Together, you will press forward toward the fulfillment of your destiny. I want you to know this, my beloved child. Your destiny is in your hands, and it is secured in God's perfect will. You are walking a divine path, and with every step, you are becoming the person you were created to be. Trust the process, trust the timing, and most of all, trust that God is with you every step of the way. As you continue to move forward in faith, I want to address something deeply personal: your own struggles and the moments when it feels as if your destiny is slipping out of reach. We all face moments where we question our purpose, wonder if we are truly capable, or wonder if we've missed the mark altogether. I understand that feeling deeply, my beloved child. But I want you to know that in those moments, God is closest to you, and His presence is ever more real. When doubt begins to cloud your vision, it's important to remember that your destiny is not determined by your feelings, but by God's promises. God does not measure your worth or your future by the temporary obstacles you face. In fact, He often uses those very struggles to mold you into the person He created you to be. You are not defined by your setbacks, your failures, or even by the uncertainty you feel right now. In Romans 5 verses 3-4, we are reminded, not only that, but we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope. What may seem like a setback is actually a setup for growth. Your character is being shaped by the very struggles that you may wish to avoid. Through the process of enduring hardship, God is refining you, strengthening you, and preparing you for the destiny He has for you. What you may view as a painful season is actually the perfect ground for your faith to grow deeper and your purpose to become clearer. It is in the trials of life that we often learn to lean more fully on God. When everything around us feels unstable, we are reminded of the unshakable foundation of His love. Psalm 62 verse 6 says, "He only is my rock and my salvation, my fortress, I shall not be shaken." I want you to hold on to that truth. No matter what storms may come your way, God is your rock. He will not be moved. And because of that, you can stand firm in your faith, knowing that He is carrying you through every season and that your destiny is secure in Him. But it's also essential to understand that your destiny isn't just about you. It's about the ways in which you will touch the lives of others, the ways you will be a vessel of God's love and truth to the world. In 2 Corinthians 5 verse 20, we are called to be ambassadors for Christ, God making His appeal through us. As you fulfill your calling, you will not only walk into your divine purpose but you will also become a light to those around you. You are called to share the goodness of God with others, to be a beacon of hope in a world that desperately needs it. Your journey of fulfilling your destiny is not just a personal one, it is a communal one. God has created you to serve others, to be an example of His love and grace. And while the road ahead may seem long, know that it is paved with divine opportunities to impact the lives of others. The more you walk in your purpose, the more others will be drawn to the light within you. You will become a reflection of God's love, and through you, many will be touched, healed, and transformed. But in order to walk fully into your destiny, there's something crucial you must understand: the need to surrender to God's will. Destiny isn't something you can force or manipulate, it's something that unfolds as you allow God to lead you. You may have a plan, a vision for how things should go, but always be open to God's direction. His plans are far greater than anything you could imagine on your own. In Proverbs 16 verse 9, it says, "The heart of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps." You may make your plans, but know that God is the one who ultimately directs your path. Your destiny will unfold according to His perfect plan and timing, and it will always be better than anything you could have orchestrated for yourself. Surrendering to God's will does not mean giving up your dreams or desires, it means aligning them with His will. It means trusting that He knows what is best for you and that His ways are higher than your ways. Isaiah 55 verse 9 says, "For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways and my thoughts than your thoughts." God sees the whole picture. You only see a small part. Trust that He is guiding you in the direction that will bring about the fulfillment of your destiny in ways you never could have imagined. When you surrender to His will, you are opening yourself up to a life of divine purpose, fulfillment, and joy. And as you do so, you will discover that your purpose is intertwined with something greater than yourself, the building of God's kingdom. Your destiny is not just for your own benefit, but for the glory of God. In Matthew 5 verses 14 to 16, Jesus tells us, "You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. Nor do people light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a stand, and it gives light to all in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven." The light within you, the destiny you are fulfilling, is meant to shine brightly for others. Your life, your choices, your actions, everything you do, is a reflection of God's glory. When you walk in the fullness of your purpose, others will be drawn to the light that shines from within you. And as they do, they will come to know the goodness, the grace, and the love of the God who is leading you on this journey. It's important to remember that this journey of fulfilling your destiny is not about instant gratification. It's about the long-term process of growth and transformation. God is working in you, shaping you, and preparing you for something far greater than anything you can imagine. Don't rush the process. Trust in His timing. As you continue, remember the encouragement found in Hebrews 10 verses 35 to 36. "Therefore do not throw away your confidence, which has a great reward. For you have need of endurance, so that when you have done the will of God, you may receive what is promised." Your destiny requires endurance. It requires you to trust in the process, even when it feels long. But I assure you that the reward is worth it. As you fulfill the will of God in your life, you will experience the joy, peace, and satisfaction that comes from walking in His purpose. And when it seems like nothing is happening, when you feel stuck or discouraged, remember this: God is always at work behind the scenes. In Philippians 1 verse 6, Paul assures us, "And I am sure of this, that He who began a good work in you will bring it to completion at the day of Jesus Christ." He is faithful to finish the work He has started in you. The journey may not always be easy, but I promise you this, it is worth it. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a step toward the fulfillment of the destiny God has for you. Keep trusting. Keep believing. Keep walking forward, knowing that you are not alone. God is with you, guiding you, strengthening you, and preparing you for the future He has for you. Your destiny is already unfolding. You are walking in it right now. The journey may take time, but it is leading you to something far greater than you could ever imagine. Keep pressing forward, and know that God is with you every step of the way. The fulfillment of your destiny is happening right now. God will reveal His will to you in His perfect timing, and He will give you the courage to walk in it. You are never too far from His grace, His calling, or His love. As you journey forward, be encouraged. Know that you have been equipped for this moment. You have everything you need to fulfill your destiny. God has already given you the strength, the wisdom, and the faith to rise up and walk boldly in His purpose. And so, my beloved child, I encourage you today, trust in the Lord. Trust that your destiny is already written in the stars. Trust that God is guiding you every step of the way. Trust that He has a beautiful plan for your life, and it will come to fruition in His perfect timing. Before we close, I want to ask you to take action today. If this message has touched your heart, please like this video to share the love. Comment below with the words "blessed and ready" to affirm your readiness to fulfill the destiny that God has for you. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the Spiritual Truth channel for more divine messages that will uplift, encourage, and empower you on your journey. Remember, my beloved child, you were made for greatness, and the world needs the unique gifts you have to offer. Keep walking in faith, keep trusting, and keep believing in the path that God has set before you. Until next time, be blessed and know that you are always loved.